Well, Senator, call it a trade, and rather I would want to focus more on what the implementation will be. Let's look at the pros and cons, see its effect on our electoral process. Since 1992, the Electoral Commission by law is responsible for matters relating to elections, all the way from registration. They've dealt with issues, coming out of registration, limited registration. They've addressed all manner of issues regarding registration because the law makes it sacrosanct. The EC must be independent, and especially when it comes to its data from any other influence. Now, in this particular instance, what the Electoral Commission is trying to tell us moving forward is that if you are a Ghanaian and you're eligible to vote, I am no more responsible for the registration of potential voters. What I need you to do now is to go to NIA and use whatever means that they put in place to ensure you have the Ghana card. Then when you get a Ghana card, come and see me and I'll put your name on the voters list and provide you with a card that will make you eligible to vote. That is the crux of the matter. The EC is shirking its mandate. The EC is running away from its responsibilities. The EC doesn't want to take responsibility and be blamed for future occurrences that would erupt as a result of this process, because they are trying to say that, well, we have nothing to do with it. If Ghanaians are unable to get the Ghana card, we have nothing to do with it, and we don't want to be bothered by it. All we are saying is that however they get it, when they bring it, we will make sure that they have their names on the register. But what is key here is that the EC is to ensure that all potential voters have that requirement and the necessary facilities to be able to do so. So by so doing, how will the EC ensure that the voter turnout is not low as a result of challenges that the NIA is facing? Ideally, it shouldn't be a big problem. But looking at the barrage of challenges that the NIA has faced, lack of registration centers, not enough human resource, their ability not to reach every corner that they are supposed to go to get Ghanaians to have access to the card, and many more. Look at the issue with the GPS, the Ghana postal code, for example. There are a lot of rural folks that do not know their zip codes. What the NIA is telling those people that get your own smartphone, make sure you have internet connectivity, and then hop on the Ghana Post system and then generate a zip code and then use that to come and register. Look at all these impediments. Is the EC saying that they are satisfied with the current state of affairs with NIA in terms of the issuance of the Ghana card, of which they can confidently say that based on the output, the way things are running, it's enough for them to trust the NIA to be able to produce enough cards to register potential voters to get the cards and count their outfits and register and get the voters' ID? Can the EC confirm that? What is the working relationship even between the EC and NIA? How transparent is it? Now, in terms of authentication here, what's the difference? I listened to arguments that, well, we are trying to cut off foreigners. We are trying to cut off minors. What's the difference between the EC's mode of background check and that of NIA? Almost the same. So now the EC will not be able to authenticate members who would come with a Ghana card, whether fake or whatever, we don't know. But the EC would go ahead and then grant those persons the voters ID. So in effect, back to square zero. One significant thing that we have to consider here is that the NIA, with this CI that they seek to push, will now determine which region is supposed to have many voters, what do you call it, potential voters. They can choose to say voter region, we will ensure that they'll have, let's say, 300,000 registered voters. They can choose to say Ashanti will get 800. They can spread the votes anyhow they want because they are holding the numbers now. The EC will not have any control whatsoever because if Ghanaians don't get the NIA card, they can't go and get the voters card. So the NIA will be the source to determine which region will get what, how much, and how it is supposed to go. And further issues, the EC will take itself out of it. And so now it's going to be like, oh, blame NIA. Blame NIA, and NIA will find another excuse. These are all part of the shenanigans that if we don't take care, it will disrupt our process, our election process. The credibility of our elections is now going to be questionable because of NIA's involvement in EC's activities. But EC is supposed to be totally independent. With this sort of partnership, it's going to create a lot of problems. So this is something that I believe that Ghanaians must watch out for, especially the NDC. The NDC must not allow the NIA card to be used as the source of authentication for one to get the voter's ID. If you allow that to go through, that'll be a big problem. So now basically that is what I would want to say with regards to this type of so-called partnership NIA stroke EC is trying to have.
What you're just saying, because you're saying they are ceding one responsibility, two, they are also ceding control of the voter registration system to the National Identification Authority, which is under the executive arm of government, because the NIA reports directly to the presidency. You are basically saying they are ceding that control to the executive.
Exactly, and that is the foundation of register. So if EC is saying that they don't want to be responsible no for the registration, and NIA should take over, then what it means is that NIA is now in charge and will be running behind the scenes affairs of the data of EC, which is even against the law. And in terms of data authentication and accountability purposes, it will be very, very hard for the EC to own up, and it will just be a blame game, and it could mar the beautiful process of election system. That is what this is all about. So what we are going to face now, it's more dire, and we must ensure that NIA do not take that position away from the election. Electoral Commission must stay responsible. It has been so since 1992, and this is not the time for them to check that responsibility. What purpose? Are they saying that they don't have the capacity to do it no more? Is it lack of resources? NIA is crying for resources. NIA is unable to reach to any part of the country. They have a lot of problems that they are dealing with. And the EC is saying that we don't care about all these problems, but however, whatever number that the NIA will produce is what we are going to work with. Then what then becomes the function of the EC then?